2050, and that also for different age groups like 0 to 14, 15 to 64, and 65 plus. We should not bookstores have faced challenges. Then likewise indicates that a point you are making is escalating is another good word. The cost of housing in the city is escalating, means rapid. Ielts task 1 is all about using good linking words and mentioning the correct data. Whatever is asked in the question paper, the same you are attempting in the answer sheet. In this video, we are going to discuss certain patterns related to task 1 and also good linking words. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss task 1 of Ielts writing, that what is the correct way of attempting a task 1 so that you can get a good band score. Firstly, we need to understand the task. Before you start writing, read the instructions and the question carefully. Understanding the visual data you're dealing with is very, very important. Like, is it a bar chart, a line graph, or a pie chart or table? What information you need to convey? What is expected from you? Like, the examiner is looking for a particular information. Is it about the high and low, or the inclination towards to a particular trend? That you need to focus on. Then comes like analyzing the data. You need to take a few minutes to plan out your task 1. Understand the visual data given. Identify the key trends, patterns, significant data points, any major changes or differences if they are featured in your map or graph. Look at this one. Here is a graph, shows China's population by age group starting in 1960 and including the forecast to 2050. So we are seeing different age groups here. Their percentages given on one side, and then like the starting from 1960 and the forecast to 2050. So we must mention like the categories in the year of 1960, and of course we must include the forecast for 2050, and that also for different age groups like 0 to 14, 15 to 64, and 65 plus. We should not leave any information unattempted, or we're not focusing on something that will deduct the band scoring. The planning your response is very important. You need to come up with an introduction, like you have to paraphrase the question, mention the type of data and time frame given in that. Second step in task 1 is to provide a good overview. Summarize the main trends or key points from the data. Then your 2 body paragraphs are going to describe the data in detail, supporting your point with specific data. Data here means the number, the percentages, whatever is mentioned. It's very important to mention the data in task 1. Another key point is to use linking words. Good linking words must be used in task 1. Generally, students are able to write furthermore, moreover, on the other hand, but you can also use conversely. Like, it's handy when you want to introduce an idea that is in contrast or opposite to the previous point. Example, while the demand for traditional printed books has declined, e-book sales have surged. Conversely, brick and mortar bookstores have faced challenges. Then likewise indicates that a point you are making is similar to or follows the same pattern as the previous one. For example, the number of students enrolling in science programs saw a notable increase. Likewise, the enrollment in engineering courses also experienced a significant rise. Then, in contrast, when you want to highlight differences between 2 pieces of data or trends. Example is here, like in contrast to the decline in car ownership, the use of public transportation in the city has seen a steady increase. Here is a list of some more words more linking words which we can read, which we can use in the task 1. First one is rising. Like we use rising to describe a continuous increase in a particular data point. Like the number of tourists visiting the city has been steadily rising over the past decade. Then increasingly people are choosing to shop online rather than in physical stores. Escalating is another good word. The cost of housing in the city is escalating, means rapidly increasing, making it difficult for many residents to afford. Growing, it shows gradual or consistent increase over time. The demand for renewable energy sources is growing as people become more environmentally conscious. Have a look at few more words. The word expanding can be used. The company is expanding its operations into international markets due to increased demand. Surging, sudden and significant increase in a short period. There has been a surging interest in cryptocurrency investments in recent months. Then we also have markedly. The quality of customer service has improved markedly since the new management took over. Significantly, the company's profits have increased significantly by 25% in the last quarter. Dramatically, the price of oil has risen dramatically due to geopolitical tensions. These are good words to be used in task 1. Then the last one here is notably. Notably is used to point out a noteworthy increase or change. That notably the rate of new technology adoption among seniors has increased in recent years. So if we use this kind of vocabulary, then it's for sure that we are going to get a good band score in task 1 of Ielts.